Alright. And now I have 3 Praxis kits, and I honestly have no idea what the heck to spend them on. I mean, I guess I could sprint a little faster for the last level? Stealth could be kind of useful. Guess I'll give myself a little better radar. But at this point, I'm just so overpowered, it's like ridiculous. A little more Fortify. I barely use Fortify, but sometimes I do.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
Alright. Also, there is a grenade launcher around. I'm going to quick save and try to find that for you. I'll be back in a flash. Okay. Found it. It's kind of on the way, so we'll just continue on for a second. And make sure that we get that before we leave. You can get it before you talk to Hugh Darrow. In fact, I would recommend it because then you don't have to try to get past all these guys. Since I have the augs for it, I'm going to use invisibility and silent run. Run, 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 run.
Wait, what? No.
Run, 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 run. Alright, there we go. Do, 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 do. Come on. Open it. Open it. I wonder what's in these boxes. I should at least said something on the outside of them, just kind of like an idea. Food, supplies, water. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna go on top of this and kind of go out the way I came. And it definitely helps if you have the EMP shielding augmentation, because the water that we're about to go through is electrified. I'm just going to show you the alternate route if you didn't want to take this one. There should be a hole somewhere around here. There it is. Okay, now this one you have to be careful. There are mines everywhere. To clear them out, good way to check is to just throw something down the hallway. Since we have the EMP shielding, we don't have to care about the shocky water. We just walk right in it, it's all good. Anything? Alright. And it's right down here. You can tell because you'll have this guy, he'll have a mine template on him. Anything down here? Anything gonna blow me up? I think it was David Serif who set all those mines to protect his people once everyone went insane. But anyways, here's the grenade launcher. It's got some grenades right next to it. It's definitely a fun little weapon to have around here if you're not concerned at all for the pacifist mode. Because there are lots of people to blow up. Just crazy amounts. But since I don't want to deal with any more of those mines, I'm going to go back the way I came and up the original route that we took. Huh. Didn't realize that was a helicopter. Panchaea Arctic Geoengineering. Huh. I guess that's to do with, if you heard him before talking about the iron seating when we were in Hengsha at the Alice Garden Pods. He was playing they were playing a video of him talking about his ideas to control global warming. There it is. Yeehaw. Okay, now we can go about our merry little way. That cube right there is actually a robot that you can activate before you talk to Hugh Darrow or after you talk to Hugh Darrow if you want. There's a computer terminal. If you follow those stairs down, that will activate it, and it'll take out all these people without any problem. Then you won't have to deal with fighting anybody. But for now, we have to make our way to the elevator. I think there's a traveler bonus around here too that we get on the way.
Just let me finish! Just let me finish! I gotta talk to this! I gotta talk!
They did a really good job making these guys sound insane. God. The first time I played this, it was just... It creeped me out, quite frankly. It was just like, oh man, that's a little much. Alright, I'm gonna use my invisibility mode.
Show yourself!
And you just come in here, and that's it. Now you pretty much don't have to worry about those guys back there. There's a couple other insane people, but for the most part, we're in the clear until we hit the outside. Which might be coming up sooner than I think, but there's... Ah, here we are. Limb Clinic. This is the last place that you're able to buy augmentation, praxis kits.
You seem relatively normal, nicht wahr?
All things considered, yeah. You okay?
Thankfully, I was able to barricade myself in here when things got out of control. So, is it safe to come out now?
No. The rest of the station is still under siege. You better stay here until help comes. In the meantime, is it possible to download Praxis software here?
Yes, of course. No damage was done to the computers. See for yourself.
Alright, and there's a few things you can buy here. 2 hypostims, some energy powder if you need it, typhoon ammo, all that good stuff. Everything you'd find at a regular limb clinic.
I will remain here, where it's safe. If you need help, or get word of help, please come back.
Alright. Gosh, we have almost all the augments. Like, what do I even spend 2 praxis on? Why did I buy those? There's no more conversations, so this is completely useless to you now. Stealth enhancer? Sure, why not? Now I can see what kind of noise I'm making. Alright. I always barricade her back in. I just feel bad if I don't. Like, that's... You know, that's a tough spot to be in. Everyone's all freaking insane. I think that's pretty good. I'd have a hard time if I was trying to get in there. Yeah.
This is William Taggart. If anyone out there is listening, I'm begging you, help. We've barricaded ourselves inside the core server room. Many of us are wounded. Please, save us. Please, save us.
Alright. This is a good place to quick save if you're... Well, it's just a good place to quick save. The best way I've found is to come over here and just drop down. So you just drop to your left. And you can pretty much just straight up run there. Just go down that way, come over here. We're gonna go up the far staircase. Jump. There you go. They were alarmed, but no one actually saw us. Easy peasy. These cameras are sometimes annoying to get by. Make sure that if you're running down it like I am, that you have the silent run augmentation. or you'll alarm them. I don't know if they'll actually find you based on that, but I've never taken that kind of a chance, so up to you. You can walk by them just as easy, just stealth around a little bit. What do we got? We got one goodie box, and it's after the exit note, so it's the only way to get that goodie box is to go down this way. So I'll just nuke it. Do. Nuking my way.
Access granted.
Alright. You can talk to some of these people. Some of them are pissed off, some of them just curious how in the hell you're not being affected by it.
Mr. Jensen, how ironic that you should be the one to save us from the monsters out there.
Monsters, Taggart? You mean people. Augmented people who've lost all control, lost their reason.
Isn't that supposed to be my line? Unfortunately, it seems your esteemed Mr. Darrow decided to appropriate my point and turn it back on me. In madness and in blood. He has betrayed us all.
So you finally admit it. You are part of this, after all. You have been all along.
It would be pointless to deny anything now, but despite what you think of us, we never wanted augmentations outlawed. All we've ever sought is regulation, rules governing how the technology is developed, and laws that ensure its use for the good of society.
You've raised society above humanity. So who gets to make those rules?
Men with wisdom, strength, and tenacity to know what's right. Proven leaders who distinguish themselves like you, Mr. Jensen. You've certainly earned the right to be one of us. All you have to do is take it.
I'm not looking for glory, Taggart.
Just remember that without control, there's no room for freedom, only anarchy. You were a policeman once. You know the importance of order.
I know there's a difference between order and slavery.
The biochip wasn't supposed to force people to do anything. It merely limited powers so that people couldn't go on killing sprees like the ones taking place right now.
Amazing how well that worked out.
Say what you will, but I know that some part of you agrees with me. Absolute freedom is no different than absolute chaos. Society needs boundaries if it has any hope of surviving, and you, Mr. Jensen, can be the one to give us that hope. Shut down Darrow's signal, then help me get a message out saying that an accident at VersaLife contaminated the world's neuropozyne supply.
VersaLife? And what if I decided to blame the Illuminati?
The Illuminati is just a name to get rich financiers to invest more money. Besides, do you really think the world will believe in some 18th century conspiracy theory? Do this for us, and you'll ensure a future for mankind, all of mankind, augmented or otherwise. The future Hugh Darrow offers doesn't allow for both.
Let me think about it.
You can actually talk to Taggart and Serif twice, so I think I will just because it's kind of interesting.
All of this is as much your fault as it is Darrow's. You and your cabal.
Perhaps. But all we sought was a safety valve, Mr. Jensen, a means of making sure the world would never spin out of control. The potential of this technology is great, but as we've seen, its potential for destruction is even greater.
Your doomsday scenario doesn't impress me. You'd say anything to stay in power.
Do you think humanity will simply police itself? We do not live in some Eden, Mr. Jensen. Or are you that much like your boss, David Serif, who envisions a world where everyone is enhanced and suddenly they all love each other? There will always be a need for methods of control.
And conveniently, in your future, the Illuminati will hold the reins.
Not directly. There are organizations already in place that are better equipped to handle certain things, the UN, for instance.
Reimagined, no doubt.
At least somewhat. And this technology will be a great part of it. Imagine, Mr. Jensen, a world governed by common principles. The end to international power struggles, to terrorism. These things can be accomplished if you join us.
Alright, so that's pretty much all he has to say. I wonder if there's a bonus up there. Can I even get it? Guess not. Nope, yes I can. Wahaha. Not actually sure if there is a bonus up there, I'm just gonna check. Not there, looks right. Uh-oh. I alarmed them. And they stopped caring. Boom. And... oh? Aw, man. No bonus? Really? Seems like there should be a bonus there. I'm just saying. That's like totally out of the way. Sometimes they put them in different spots throughout the vent, so I'm hoping I might still run into one. Aw, man. Oh, my hope is gone. No! Oh well. Now where the hell am I? Oh, okay, there's Taggart. Oh well. Time to run away. Run, run, run. I don't care if you see me, suspicious camera. Okay, now we gotta go find David Serif. And the quickest way to find him... going to be invisible here for a second. Go right down here. There's 3 guys down there, so if you have the Icarus landing system, hold your stun button. Boom. Gonna introduce these people to step 1. Aw, I was hoping to punch him in the face. That would have been perfect. Where is he? You there. Boom. Step 1. Yes. At least I got one of them. Alright.
Is anybody there? Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in a machine room. Please! Help us!
Alright, so that's David Serif. We're gonna go find him next. It's just down this little maze. I turned invisible for that small portion, and now I'm back. Ooh, Explorer bonus. And he should just be at the end of this air duct, and we'll talk to him twice also.
Adam! Oh, thank God you came. I've got wounded here. We'll have to move them first.
We can't move anyone yet. Not until I get to the base of the station and shut down Darrow's broadcast.
What? Why?
The chaos you experienced here, it's everywhere. The Illuminati created a biochip that stops people from using enhanced abilities, and Darrow turned it into a kill switch.
Oh my God, you... We gotta fix this, Adam. If people realize what's happened, if they believe augmentation technology created this chaos, they'll ban human enhancement research forever.
And that would be a bad thing.
Yes, it would! Don't you see what's at stake here? Ever since man first crawled out of that ocean, we've been striving to be more than we are. Augmentation technology is just the latest, greatest step on a very long road. But we've barely scratched the surface of its potential. We can't let fear stop us from continuing.
That's your belief, Serif. Not everyone shares it.
But you do, Adam. I know it. And if we work together, we can really make a difference. We can improve the lives of everyone, but only if we fix this.
Go on.
We'd have to get a message out after you shut down Hugh's signal. Tell the world, tell them that Humanity Front did this, that their doctors created a virus that only affects augmented people.
You mean lie?
It'll give us time, son. Time to figure out how to destroy the Illuminati's biochips and move on.
And what about the people who've been hurt by this? Don't they deserve the truth?
Adam, if we want the freedom to become more than we are, we can't be blinded by a misguided morality. Some people will be left behind. It's reality. It's evolution, son.
Right. Evolution based on my DNA.
Please, son, you have to stay with me on this.
I'll think about it. You've got no remorse about using me at all, do you?
I never used you, son.
You experimented with my DNA without telling me.
Adam, this is difficult. Listen. Megan came to me with the sample. When she showed me her finding, when we saw the incredible potential of super compatibility.
You just had to share it with the world.
Adam, think about it. Would you have been able to do any of the things you've done without enhancements? Huh? Most people's bodies aren't as accepting of this technology as yours is. Sharing your DNA makes it possible for us to be like you. How can you deny us that chance?
Who said I would deny it? You stole my DNA and lied to me. You didn't give me the choice.
I'm giving it to you now, Adam. Look, I admit it, I haven't done things the best way. But don't punish the world to spite me. Darrow wants us to live in the Dark Ages. The Illuminati wants to limit evolution to those they control. You and me, we...
Don't group me with you, Serif. I'll make my own choices from here.
I believe that, son. And I believe you'll make the right ones.